Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the team call. I think we're live. We good? Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for being on. Happy Tuesday and welcome to the team call. So today we're going to talk about Facebook ads. So I know that this is something that is a little bit more specific of a topic than what we normally talk about, and really it doesn't really hit all of the team. So I know there's going to be a few less people on, and maybe some of you that are watching this are going to be watching the recording, months from when I actually, right now, from when I actually, did the broadcast of this, because maybe you weren't quite ready for Facebook ads, and that's okay. Facebook ads are definitely a commitment. And like I said on the live video today in the team page, you have to have a Facebook like page, and you have to be willing to spend some money, and you just have to be willing to have that advertising budget and give it some time, and make sure that you are digging in with Facebook ads. It's not even just about spending the money and setting them up. It's about going in daily and looking at them and reviewing them and make sure that they're working, because that's a huge piece of it. And that's how you make sure that you're not overspending and all that stuff. So for those of you that are on, can I get just a quick poll over on the chat box? Can you tell me, have you guys ran Facebook ads before? Are you familiar with Facebook ads? Tell me kind of where you're at when it comes to Facebook ads, because I'm curious. If you want to just jump over into the chat box for me and let me know just where you're at with Facebook ads, because I think that's really helpful just for me to know and just kind of get an idea. Okay, so Becky's been using them for a year and a half. Becky, do you feel like it is bringing new business into your business, like new people? I mean, you hit Success Club 10 most months, so I'm assuming it does pretty well for you. Bree says, I've been trying this week and cannot get mine approved. Well, that's it. I'm not even going to really talk about that stuff. So that's stuff that you definitely need to Google and say, what are the, you have to understand what the guidelines are. I'm not going to talk really about the guidelines. Okay, Becky said, yeah, that it's bringing people in. Awesome. Rachel says, I know of them. I've never used them. Dee's used them twice before. Jalissa, I'm not familiar with them at all. Okay, Becky says that what she's doing, she's running consistent free groups and promoting with ads. That's how she reaches Success Club. That is awesome. Okay, Megan says, I ran an ad that a few people I don't know shared it to their own pages. It wasn't a call to action post. I messaged each person that shared and didn't get any response. Okay. So the thing about Facebook ads is you have to target the right people, and you have to have an end goal in mind. Like, they need to be thought out. It's not just a post that you boost. We are not going to hit the boost post button. When you are on your Facebook page, I'm looking at it right now on my phone, or if you're on it on the computer and it says boost post. I know that's really tempting to do, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to teach you how to not do that, because that doesn't give you the options. You want to make sure that you're digging in and targeting, and you're being really intentional with your Facebook ads. And honestly, I think if people are sharing your Facebook ad or whatever, it's probably just because they like the content. I mean, you can message them. I personally don't message people on my like page, because I just feel like if they were ready, they would message me, right? So I need to find a way to have them reach out and to comment and to engage with me, so that I can message them, right? That I can message them back and engage with them back. But that's just my personal opinion. I know that there's people out there that do message people from their like page. I personally don't recommend that. Okay, so I'm going to start with some questions for you guys, and these are really important questions, and these are things that you really need to think about before you start any of your ads. So these are things that before you do any ad, before you spend any money, you've got to ask yourself these questions, okay? So write these questions down. Write these questions down. Why should someone sign up with me? Why should someone say that they're interested? Why should someone say yes? That's the first question. Why should someone sign up with me? The second question is, what problem am I solving? And then the next question is my branding consistent all the way through? So is my ad graphic consistent with the pictures and the graphics that I'm posting on my Facebook page, as well as maybe the form that I'm sending the person to? So when we do an ad, and we're going to talk about the different ad types, when we're doing an ad, a lot of times we're sending them somewhere. We're trying to collect data. We're trying to get them on our email list. We're trying to do something with that ad, okay? There's very few ads that are just going to be here's just a picture. And I'll kind of explain that, but most ads, we're trying to collect somebody's information. We're trying to get them on our email list, okay? So those are the 3 questions that you want to ask yourself before you do an ad. So now we're going to ask questions that you guys are actually going to write the answers down. So we're going to actually write the answers to these questions down, okay? Because this is going to help you create your ad. So these questions are now going to help you create the ad. So we're digging deeper than those first questions. So this is more of like a brainstorming of what we're going to do ads on. So number 1 is, what 3 things does your potential client struggle with? What 3 things does your potential client struggle with? So I want you to write down that question, and then I want you to write down 3 things. And for me, I wrote down they struggle with energy, they struggle with time, they struggle with prepping food, they struggle with prioritizing their health, they struggle with putting themselves first, they struggle with fitting it all in, right? So write those down. Okay, let's move on. So from there, this is how you create, excuse me, this is how you create the ad. This is how you understand what problem you're going to solve for this particular person, right? So this is, you're trying to solve this problem for them. So we're trying to get to the core of what they're struggling with and show them that we can help them solve the problem, right? Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example, like post. So this post, let's say we're trying to advertise a group that we have coming up, and we want somebody to fill out an application to work with us as their coach. So for instance, this would be tied to a simple Google form or some sort of survey application. So the ad would go something like this: struggling? Are you struggling to find time to prep and keep your family healthy? I was too, but I found a way to make it work. I prioritized what mattered, got serious, surrounded myself with others getting healthy, hired a coach, and started getting results. Now I'm a coach paying it forward and want to help you do the same. Something like that, right? So you're getting to their pain point. Like, are you struggling to find the time to prep your food and keep your family happy? Are you struggling to find the time to, to learn how to cook healthy? Are you struggling to have energy to get through your day? And then you kind of put something in there about relating back to how you once were that way also, but you found a solution. Okay, and I think it's really important that the solution includes things like surrounding yourself with others who are getting healthy. The solution includes changing your mindset, like personal development and growing. It includes getting yourself a coach, like a personal mentor, like a one-on-one coach, okay? So those are all things that we offer, and we kind of want to set that up in the ad. So now I want you to take some time to kind of write just a quick paragraph like that. Just jot down some notes about maybe what an ad would say. And this is not going to be your ad. This is just like notes. So I just want you to write and get some ideas out. What would your ad say if you were promoting a challenge group or even a free group like Becky was talking about? What would your ad say if you were promoting a free group or a challenge group? So I just want you to kind of write that up. Just a couple sentences, not long. Just write that up. I'll give you a couple minutes to kind of just write some notes down for that. Okay, so we're kind of jotting down notes about what we would put in an ad. So this is not going to be what we actually put, but I just kind of want you guys to get the creative juices flowing, okay? So now let's move on to the next exercise. So what benefit will people see when they sign up? Or what will people get when they join your challenge group, or they join your free group, or they join your team? We're going to talk about doing a Facebook ad for joining your team. What will people benefit or get out of it? So I just want you to write some things down. Like, what will people, you know, overcome or benefit when they join your group, your team? Write down some notes. So on my list, I have things like they will gain energy, they'll get a grocery list and a meal plan, they'll get a meal prep guide, they'll save time and be more efficient with prioritizing, they will fit into their old skinny jeans. Now the benefit here, one thing that I want to make clear, and Bree had mentioned that she's not getting Facebook ads approved, is that you cannot say specifically you will lose 5 pounds. Like, you can't specifically say you'll lose weight. Like, Facebook will not approve that ad. They will also not approve side-by-side transformation photos. So you have to really kind of put it in terms of something other than weight loss. Like, they don't want a claim of weight loss. So what are the things that someone will gain when they join your group or your team? So now I want you to write a little Facebook paragraph about what they'll benefit if they hire you as a coach. I didn't write an example down for this, so let me come up with one on the fly. So maybe it's something like, having a coach helped me stay accountable and stay accountable to my goals. I gained energy, I fit back into my size 4 jeans, and I was able to come up with a system to meal prep every single week. I'm healthier, my family's healthier, and now I want to pay it forward to you. If you hire me as your coach and you join my group, you'll get my meal plan. You'll get my meal prep guide. And my goal will be to help you fit in your skinny jeans. I don't know, something like that. So because our business is very personal, I think the Facebook ad needs to really relate back to us, like where our struggle was. But you don't want to get too wordy. It can't be too much, right? It just needs to be just a little bit about where we were and how we've overcome and the benefit that we've gained. So I want you to write out a quick paragraph. Just put some notes down about focusing more on the benefit. Versus versus the struggles. So the first one was the struggles, this one is more the benefit. And I think there's a time and place for both. So you can use either. I'm just kind of trying to get your juices flowing, your creativity flowing about how you can reach and touch the people that you are trying to help. So let's just take a minute to write down notes on that. Okay, guys, we're ready. So the next thing that I want you to think about is what images would hit home based on these benefits or these struggles. And so like just jot down some notes of different things that you could use as your image. And really the images should be of like the benefit or the outcome. So when we were talking about the struggles, we were talking about, you know, do you struggle to find time to prep and keep your family healthy? So maybe it's a picture of you and your healthy family, right? So helping people visualize what it's like to have a healthy, active family, okay? What about if we're talking about those skinny jeans? Maybe it's a picture of you in your old jeans, like holding it out, you know, like, oh, I got so much room in my jeans or whatever, right? So it's not a side-by-side transformation picture, but you're giving them the concept of, hey, these were my old jeans, and here's where I am now. Okay, you could even just do, you know, a picture of you being active, like because you're gaining energy. You could do a picture of you grocery shopping, or maybe at the farmer's market with like a grocery list in hand, or maybe you're holding your phone with a digital grocery list, right? Jot down some notes of pictures that would be good, that would make this hit home with people. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to have you do and write down is I want you to write down 5 to 10 actual Facebook business pages. So business pages on Facebook that you think your ideal customer would be interested in. So the person that you want to help, whether they're on your team, and there could be a few different audiences here, but whether they're on your team or they're like a challenger, what Facebook pages are these people looking at and seeing? And the reason why we're writing this down is because we can target Facebook ads based on those pages. So I just want you to pull up Facebook real quick, and I just want you to look at, just start typing in page names. So like if you're thinking like, okay, maybe my ideal client is looking at Weight Watchers. Okay, maybe they're watching the Biggest Loser. Maybe they are into, you know, the YMCA, or I don't know, like what pages would they be liking? And there's more that we can do to build this list, but I just want you to just quickly write some things down, jotting some pages down. We'll do more of this here in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you something real quick. Okay, so here's my Facebook page, and I just want to go into the search here, and I want to say pages liked by Sarah Try. So see all results for pages liked by Sarah Try. And then we are going to click on pages up here. And look, these are all the pages that I've liked. So if you want to type in, you can type in anybody. You can type in, I mean, who's a person that you want to get on your team or on your challenge group. Type in their name here, and you may be able to find some great ideas for pages that people are liking. Okay, so obviously I'm probably going to be a little bit different because I'm liking mostly healthy stuff. But let's just put, for instance, let's put in Adam's mom. She won't mind if I use her name. And then I click pages. And here's her stuff. So gardening know-how, Good Company, that sounds about right. The Limited, Nordstrom, Groupon, definitely Groupon, Origami Owl, oh, that's probably a friend of hers, Banana Republic, Kohl's, HDTV, When, yeah, this is definitely all stuff that she likes, okay, Chobani, right, Target. So these are all things that your average customer or client is probably liking. So I just want you to write this down. You know, search for pages liked by, and then insert your either perfect client, or you can even put in your past clients, like people that you've worked with in the past. Okay? Now, these aren't necessarily all going to be pages that you target, but these are giving you ideas. These are sparking ideas of where are, you know, what are these pages, you know, what are people liking out there, because these are the people that I want to target. So let's just say if I click on Chobani here, I click on Chobani. I mean, if you want, you can even go through and kind of see who's commenting, who's liking. Are these people, I mean, that might take you a little while, but another thing that I wanted to show you was liked by this page. If you click here, Chobani is going to have pages that they also like, and this is a great way to get even more ideas. Like this one, I see people posting stuff from BuzzFeed Food all the time. That would be a great one to target challengers, right? All of this stuff, women's health, that would be so great. All this stuff, you just kind of scroll through this and you know, I mean, Aldi, that'd be great. You know that these are all places, you know, Kroger, Big Lots, these are all places that, you know, your typical challenger might like on Facebook, and that's just a great way to be targeting people, right? So let me just stop my screen share, and I just want to make sure that we're understanding. So can you guys just give me a heads up, you know, like a thumbs up, like, yes, this is making sense before I move on? So while I'm waiting for you guys to respond, I just want to say that again, when you're doing Facebook ads, you've got to be ready to put some money into your business. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but you have to set a budget. And one of my key pieces of advice is to set a budget and stick to it. So set a budget, I would say a monthly budget, and I would say stick to it. Okay. So if your budget is $100, that's it. Like, don't like justify or talk yourself into why you need to spend more. Okay. Set your budget and stick to it. And then you need to put on your daily list that you are looking at your Facebook ads. So every single day you're going in and you're looking at your Facebook ads, and it's part of your daily routine that you're going in, you're searching your Facebook ads, and you're kind of scrolling through and seeing how your ads are doing. Okay? Or your one ad. It doesn't have to be ads. It can be just your ad, so that you know if it's working or if it's not working. Cool? Okay, good. It looks like we're good. Heads up, thumbs up, whatever. I don't know what I said. Okay, so I want to show you guys this now. I want to pull this out and do a screen share on this. Okay, so when we look at the, when we are in the Power Editor, so I'm going to teach you a little bit about how Facebook ads work in a nice graphic first before I pull up the Power Editor. So the Power Editor with Facebook ads is split into three different levels. Okay, so you have a campaign that breaks down into ad sets, and then you break it down into ads. Okay, so a campaign, I want you to write this down. Campaign equals what is the goal. So the campaign is the goal of what you're trying to accomplish. So for example, the campaign is, do you want to get people to your website? Do you want people to like your page? Do you want people to attend your event? Do you want people to watch your video? Okay, so the campaign is really setting up what is the goal. Okay. Ad sets. So this next level, you can have many ad sets within a campaign. You can have lots of ad sets. An ad set is your placement and your budget. So it's, instead of placement, I should say targeting. Your ad set is your targeting and setting your budget. So within your ad set, you put in some of those targeting that we were talking about, like the like pages, you put in interests, you really specify who you're targeting for this campaign. So, and I'll get into some ideas here, but you really want to specify, like, what audience are you trying to reach with this ad set, and how much do you want to spend on trying to reach that audience? And then within that ad set, so within that audience and budget, you can set ads. So you can set one ad within each ad set, or you can set multiple. It's up to you. So your ad is actually your creative. It's where you put in the image. It's where you put in the text. Okay? Now, I have just recently learned that maybe it's not necessarily a good idea to use multiple ads under one ad set. And I probably believe that to be true. And I was listening to some Facebook training after I made this. So I just want to let you know that it may be best to just have one ad here. So I want you to play around with that, and we're going to just give some ideas. If this is seeming a little bit too far over your head, just wait, because I'm going to break this down into what it means for us, okay? So for an example, let's say you call one of your campaigns, and I would recommend that you do this, that you have a campaign called Build My Groups, meaning you want to get people into your challenge groups, whether that's your free group, whether that's your health bet group coming on, whether that's your October group, whatever, right? So we want to get people in our groups. And that's what the campaign is going to be called. So the campaign action, or the goal, would be to send people to a website, meaning we're sending them to a form where they fill out the application. We need to get their information in order to email them and ask them questions and understand if they're ready to join our group, right? And I'll show you guys that. Okay, so the second layer here is ad set. So we want to think about, who are we targeting? Who are the people that we're targeting? So some of us want to target working moms, people who are like us, who are working, who we know don't have time to keep their family healthy. So we're targeting working moms. We may also be targeting fast food junkies, because maybe we at one time were a fast food junkie. Okay, so we're setting the targeting in the budget for these guys within this. Now, within this Working Moms, we may have multiple ads. Now, I would suggest, remember what I just said, to maybe not have 2 ads under this. I think it's okay to have 2 ads as long as maybe they're not active at the same time. So for example, if you're running an ad right now for the Health Bet, meaning that's your September 5th challenge group that's going on, that's running, maybe, you know, once you start running an ad for your 7-day Eat Clean challenge, this ad is going to be off. It's going to be done. It's going to be completed, right? So you can have multiple ads within this Working Moms target group. As long as this targeting is working, which we'll talk about, you can continue to add ads here under this group, okay? Because it's already done and it's working, and that's targeting people that you know, that you want to work with. Same with here, Fast Food Junkies. Maybe you have an ad for your Health Bet, and then you have an ad for your October group under the Fast Food Junkies, okay? You know, I'm just giving some examples here. So let's talk about, what if we did a campaign for Build My Team? So this is a whole nother campaign. You can obviously have as many campaigns as you want, but Build My Team would be a very similar thing. It would be, you want them to click on a link to go to a website to fill out an application so that you can contact them if they're interested in joining your team. So maybe you want to target fitness instructors. If you're a fitness instructor yourself, you know that being a fitness instructor is, you know, maybe a great segue into being a Beachbody coach, or maybe it's a personal trainer, whoever you're targeting. Maybe you love to travel and Beachbody has allowed you to travel more. Maybe you want to target people who also love to travel. So wanderlusters, people that want to get out and want to have excitement and explore and all that stuff, right? So within here, maybe you have a couple different ads, and these are more like, you know, like the topic of the ad. So maybe one of your ads is about the ripple effect and how fitness instructors can reach so many more people, you know, by being a virtual coach. And this one is just about, you know, maybe being a virtual health coach or a virtual fitness coach, right? I'm not really sure. Whatever your ad is called, I'm just kind of giving you ideas of how this like splits in to different ideas, right? So, you know, it could be anything. The ad could be about anything. I'm just, you know, you can kind of have multiple things going and test out what works the best. So for Wanderlusters, maybe your ad is about life by design. That's what LBD means, life by design. Create your life by design. What if you earn a free trip to Punta Cana and you want to talk about that? I earned this free trip with Punta Cana, you know, and you target that under your Wanderlusters ad set. Okay. If this isn't making sense, I'm going to go check the comments. I got no comments yet. Okay, so you guys must be locked in. If you have questions, just ask. I'm going to go back and check here in a second. Now, here's another option. Another option, and something that I've been working on, is doing more webinars and events. So this would be a different type of campaign where we're actually choosing the action to have people attend our webinars. So the goal is to get people to say, yes, we're going to the webinar. Okay, so again, I'm using the same ad sets. Like you can use, you know, you're going to have to recreate the ad sets underneath the new campaign, but you're going to have, I mean, it can be the same thing. You just have to recreate it. Like you can have Wanderlusters under both, okay? You just have to duplicate it because it's going to be under a different umbrella, if that makes sense. So again, maybe you have 3 tips to, or 4 ways to. Those are the different events that you have. And again, a lot of times these multiple ads are not going to be running at the same time, but you can continue to stack them up because let's just say this Working Moms ad set is killing it, right? Maybe under Wanderlust, you want to do a webinar or an event about travel tips, or my review of, you know, my trip in my RV. What was my review? What were my lessons learned? All that stuff, right? Okay, and then here's the last idea and just campaign that you could do is build my page. So we all want to build our page. We want to build the followers and the people who like our page. So it's really important to also have an ad that's maybe spending $1 a day or a couple dollars a day where people are actually liking your page. Okay, so this one is actually going to be, now this one for Build My Page, you would think that it would be get page followers. But what we're actually going to do for that one is we are actually going to do post engagement. So we're trying to get people to engage on the post, because for this one, we want to have an inspirational photo. We want to have a photo that people are like, wow, I love that photo. Because what will happen on this ad is they'll have the opportunity to like, to share, to comment, but if they haven't already liked your page, up in the corner, it will say like page. You know, it'll give them the opportunity to do it. And the cool thing on your Facebook like page is that when people comment and like, you can actually go through and you can invite them to like your page if they haven't liked it already. Okay, so that's why I love this, but it's not going to be the typical, when you click what action this campaign is, it's not going to be to build my page. It's actually going to be for post engagement. So when you come down here to the actual ad copy, it needs to be inspirational. So maybe for working moms, you have a fitness pic that's like, even, you know, like you're flexing your muscle and it says, even busy moms can work out. I mean, whatever the pick is, you want it to be inspirational. You want it to be shareable. You want people to get it in the newsfeed. I was doing this about a year and a half ago. I had one that was just a picture of me that said, be you. And then in the text, it said, be unapologetically you, something like that. And that thing had 25,000 likes, hundreds of comments, and hundreds of shares, and it built my page to where it is today. And I think I spent $5 a day on it. You do not have to spend $5 a day. You can spend $1 a day. It just depends on what your budget is, okay? So this picture right here is really kind of quintessentially, what is your page about? What is one of the main things that this person is going to get from you when they go to your page, right? So this is really to get people to engage and to see you for the first time and to click like page, okay? Is that working? Is that making sense? Cool. So we know what the ad sets are. We know all of that stuff. Okay, let me stop my screen share. Now we're going to go into Facebook. So hold on, let me get to my Facebook page here. And while I'm looking to pull this up, you guys can ask any questions. I knew this was going to be a long team call. How have I already been talking for 40 minutes? Holy crap. Okay. I guess there's just a lot to talk about. Okay, so let me share with you guys. Okay, so everybody sees my page. So when you're here on your page, this is just taking a second to load. When you're here on your page, you're going to come up to here and you're going to click this. And I actually want to start here on this audience insights. I just want to start here because this is something that I want to show you guys that I just recently learned about. So when you get here, I actually you can click on either one of these, like people connected to your page, so you can see who is connected to your page. But I want to start with everyone on Facebook, okay? So we're going to, this is already including United States, so we're good. You can include Canada, since we also target people in Canada and can work with people in Canada. And then what we want to do is we want to do interests. So what is one page that you think your target person is going to like? And for me, maybe they like Target, okay? So, you know, they like Target. So Target Corporation. When I click on Target Corporation, it shows me, you know, the people, the demographics of the people who like Target. Cool. Okay. I also want to click up here on page likes. Okay. Because what this is going to tell us, this is also going to tell us what other pages these people like. So these people also like Old Navy, Michael Kors, Amazon, IKEA. That would probably definitely be part of my, you know, someone I could connect with. If you keep looking, you can Bath and Body Works. Like, these are all great ideas for pages that you can target people. Okay, if you scroll down, there's something called affinity. And this is, the higher this number here, the better it is for you to use both of them. So none of these numbers are really that high. Let's get rid of target. Let's try a different one. So let's try, if let's say we're targeting people who like cooking. So maybe the cooking channel. People who like the cooking channel. So what else comes up? All recipes, my recipes. We got some food stuff here, kitchen stuff. This is that brand that makes the little, you know, kitchen stuff. All sorts of stuff. Okay, so these are all great. The Rachel Ray Show, Incredible Edible Egg. These are great things that you could target towards. Okay, and then if you look down here, we've got some different variations, like cooking channel, you've got Baskin Robbins at home. These are all things that you could definitely be targeting for people. I mean, maybe Baskin Robbins at home, maybe that's who we need to be targeting. These are people that probably need our help, right? So I just wanted to show you guys that on the audience insight, because I think that this is just something, another place where you can find these like pages that you can target. So now let's actually go in to what's called the Power Editor. So when you click up here on your like page, we're going to click on Power Editor, not the Ads Manager. We're going to actually click on Power Editor here. Okay. So the Power Editor is where we're going to be doing all of the heavy lifting and really putting in all of the information. Let me make sure we don't have any questions while this is loading. Yeah, mine is a business account, so it may look slightly different. But when I'm looking at, when I was doing training for Facebook, theirs looked very similar to mine. So it may look different. I don't know for sure. Is this the right one? Let me just make sure. Okay, this is right. Okay, so here's my campaign. So I have a couple that are active right now. And you see here, this is what happens when you click Boost Post, guys. And it's so easy to do that I even do it sometimes, and I don't really think that it works as well. But when you click Boost Post, you get all of these campaigns. I don't like this. I need to go through and delete some of these campaigns because what I like campaigns to be is build my list or events and webinars or things like build my challenge groups or build my team. That's what I want my campaigns to show. I want like 4 campaigns. That's what I want. I want it to be more clean than what's going on here. Okay, so when we want to create a campaign, let's just go through this. I'm going to click Create Campaign. And my computer is going awfully slow. I don't know if it's Facebook or what it is. Okay, so Becky says that she does the same thing though. Target women's clothing, women's health, plus size stores, diets, etc. Okay, cool. So remember when we were setting the campaign, we were setting the goal or the objective. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a campaign for build my groups. So what we want to do is we want to send people to a website. So look, there's also raise attendance at your event. Remember, if you were doing a webinar, you could click that. Increase conversions on your website. I don't really know much about that. This one, boost your post, that's the one that I said would help you get likes on your page. Instead of doing this one, you would do this one. Remember that this one may seem like it's the right one, but I believe that this one is going to be better because people are going to share your inspirational picture and get it into the news feeds of even more people. So I think that this one's going to get you more reach if you do it this way. Anyway, so send people to your website. So we're going to click this. And we're going to make the campaign name, we're going to say build my groups or grow my groups, you know, whatever. So continue. So now it's going to take us into the ad set. And I'm just going to name it right now. I'm not going to, we can edit it here in a little bit. Man, this is going so slow. Okay, where do I name it? Where did it go? There it is, ad set name. So we're going to call this ad set name. So for my groups, we're going to call this working women, because I used to be a working woman in the corporate field myself. Okay, so we're going to hit continue. And then here's the ad. And we're just going to click save to draft. Once all of this loads. Oh, holy crap, this is slow. Sorry, guys, I didn't realize this was going to be so painfully slow. So you want to make sure that you are actually clicking the correct page that you manage. And if you want to connect it to an Instagram account, you surely can. Okay, so this hasn't updated. It should update over here, but it's still stuck on Door County Yoga. It will update though. There it goes, update. And then we're just going to click save to draft. Okay, save to draft. And now we're going to go in and edit it. So I like to just save it and get it created, and then I go in and I edit it. Okay, so when we click right here, this actually puts a filter on it immediately, and it gets rid of all that other stuff. So now you can see that we clicked on that campaign and it takes us right to the ad set. So you can see that we only currently have one ad set within this campaign. If I wanted to put another ad set in here, say I wanted, you know, a Wanderlust under here, or well, maybe I wanted fast food junkies under here. So choose a campaign. We're going to do use existing. I'm going to hit continue. And I can add another ad set in here. So again, I'm just going to scroll down and I'm just going to name it, and I'm going to, nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to name it. You guys, and you can do anything. You just have to think about who is your target audience. And by the way, you can actually use saved audiences if you have saved audiences, by the way. And then we're just going to hit save to draft. Save to draft. Right, so now we actually have two ad sets, so two targets under this campaign. Okay, so let's just focus on working women. So working moms, working women, women who are pressed for time. Okay, so within this is where we set the audience, the target, and the budget. So daily budget, I always set a daily budget, and you know, maybe your daily budget is $5. And because we're doing this to advertise for, let's just say we're advertising for the health bet coming up. We want it to start tomorrow and end run on. What does that mean? I guess that just means when it will end. So I want to run this until the 31st, let's just say, because I want to run this until that date. Or maybe I just want to run until the 30th. Okay. So it's $5. So then it's going to say, it should give me an idea of how much I'm going to spend. Usually it will tell me. I'm not sure why it's not telling me. Usually it will like give me a total because I can't add. That's 6 days, so it'll be about $30. I don't know why it's not doing that. Anyways. Okay, so we're in here, we're doing that, and then as you can see, somehow it's got, oh, we're targeting 193 million people right now because we haven't put any filters on the actual target of where we're going. So we're including the United States. You can obviously include Canada if you'd like. You can actually click right here and you can say exclude. So let's say you don't want to include somebody from, I don't know, Illinois. I have no idea. Maybe you don't want to include Illinois. So we just exclude Illinois. Okay, great. We don't want anybody from Illinois. I don't know why you'd want that, but I just wanted to throw that out as an option, just FYI. And then we scroll down here and you pick your age range. And I think the age range is really important. You want to choose who you're working with. This is the beauty of what we do. We get to choose who we're working with. And I prefer to work with people who are, you know, not super young. So you just have to find your age range, right? So for me, it's usually around this age range. That's just usually what I'm targeting. And I'm almost always targeting women. I always type in English. And then there you go. And look, it went from 193 million down to 35 million. Now, this is still very broad. We want to bring this down. So here's what we want to do. This is where we get to type in those like pages that we found. So remember how we were like writing down ideas? So remember people who liked Kohl's, like maybe we decided we wanted to do Kohl's. And then once we type in Kohl's, it's going to give us these other things like Nordstrom. Maybe Nordstrom is better for my target market. I'm not sure. So if I close this out, then it's going to give me suggestions based on people from Nordstrom's. Okay. Maybe I also, here, this is very interesting. When you click narrow audience, it says Nordstrom and must also match one of the following. So Nordstrom and Weight Watchers. Now this is something I just recently learned, and I think this is really key. So Nordstrom's, people who like Nordstrom's and Weight Watchers. So now look at my audience. Now we're at 1 million people. That is much more specific. 1 million people. Much more specific, okay? You can also exclude people. You can say exclude people who match the following. Maybe we don't want anybody who likes Beachbody. I don't know, probably not, right? Let's exclude the Beachbody people. Look, that just took out 400,000 people right there. Again, this is something that I'm just recently learning about, and this is huge. Okay, so something else you can put in here when you click on browse is if you click on demographics, you can click, I mean, there's everything in here: education, ethnic affinity, financial, generation, home, life events, parents, relationship. I mean, everything in here, interests, behaviors. I mean, you just need to scroll through this stuff. But for demographics, you could say financial and you could say income. And let's just say you want to make sure that you're working with people, you know, here's 30 to 40,000, 50 to 75, 40 to 50, right? You can click multiple of these. Let's just say we click 40 to 50, or let's just say we say, you know, 50 to 75. We want to make sure that they have a little bit of disposable income so we can get over that objection of it costs too much money, right? So here again, we're at 450,000 people. This is great. Now, is this really working women, or is this women who like to shop? I'm not really sure. So you've got to, like, you know, think about who is this person and what kind of stuff do they like? So I would say mostly working women are going to have a decent income. They're going to like shops, and they're probably going to want to look good and feel good, you know, all that stuff. So this may be a good target. Okay, so add connection type, Facebook pages. So one thing that some people teach is that Facebook pages, people exclude. There are some experts out there that exclude people who like your page. So maybe I want to exclude people who like Sarah Try. And this is because I'm really trying to reach brand new people. I don't want the same people seeing my stuff. And I need to do this more because I'm having a personal issue right now of all the same people seeing my stuff. So I need to do this more. Okay. So again, I'm excluding Beachbody and I'm excluding people who already like my page. Right? So I could even exclude things like Carl Eichler. I know he's got a big following. We can exclude him. Didn't really do much. Okay, but you guys get the picture, right? So we just want to say automatic here. We'll keep that the same. Let's see. Links, yes, we want to do this. Automatic. Okay, this is all fine. I want to scroll down. Okay, this is good. And if we like this, we can click Save Audience, and we can name this, and we can say Women Nordstrom Weight Watchers. I don't know, that's not a really creative name, but at least you know what we're targeting here. Women, this is and, because it's not either or, it's they like Nordstrom and Weight Watchers. So we know that they like to shop, they like to look good, but they are also trying to lose weight. Okay, save. So now I have a saved audience. So now I can grab that. I can even click on some of my other ones that I've saved. Okay. Okay, so now if you click this little button right here, that edit part goes away. You can do the same thing for Fast Food Junkies. Now, do you guys see where these umbrellas are? This is the campaign. This is the ad set. This is the ad. So let's edit our ad. Do you see this little thing right here? You can even click edit up here. Once that's clicked, you click edit up here, and it should pull out. Okay, so what are we going to call this? We're going to call this Health Bet, because that's what we're trying to promote. So again, you want to make sure that you click Sarah Try, and if you're going to do Instagram, that's fine. You can do it there. So one thing that we did not do over here, hold on, let me go back to the ad set because I didn't see it over here. Working women. And by the way, you can always change. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. If you click on it, it will take you into the next level. You were already in the edit here. You can change the name of this at any time. Why am I not seeing this? Choose your placements. Okay, I take this back. So placement, we don't want to be automatic. We don't want to be. You want to choose your placement. So I take that back. So I always go in here and I say, I want it in my mobile newsfeed and I want it in the desktop newsfeed. And I take everything else off. Now you can do it in Instagram. It's up to you. I really haven't had a lot of luck, but you can certainly attempt and try Instagram. Okay, so it's totally up to you. If you want to click Instagram, try it out. If not, that's cool too. So you have the options here. But I am usually doing desktop newsfeed and mobile newsfeed. Okay, and I think we want to do that one. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now that that is in there, now I'm going to go back down to this one. And it says advertise on Instagram. You can actually add it here because we didn't click Instagram before. There's no place for me to choose my Instagram. So now when we're over here, we can actually preview what the ad is going to look like. There's no text in the ad just yet. Okay, so here's the create the ad. Ad with an image or video or ad with multiple images. Right now, it's clicked add with multiple images. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to do add with image, just with one image. Okay. Now, what's funny is because I teach PiYo at this yoga studio, and I'm an admin because I'm helping them with their ads. So it's all of a sudden, you know, putting in the Door County Yoga stuff, which is fine. We can update that. So all you got to do is just change some of this stuff. So you just kind of mess around. So if you click select image, I've already got images uploaded in here. So once you upload them, they're saved. So let's just say that that this image is going to be my. This says something about the Health Bet coming up or my group coming up. I don't know. Maybe it's a picture of me on the scale or with my jeans, or maybe it's a picture of me at the grocery store with a list. Remember, we kind of talked about those pictures. You've got to find an eye-catching image, maybe with a little bit of text, but not too much text. This is probably the max text that you can do here. Okay, so now Once you start typing in, you'll see where it ends up right here. So website URL, for me, it's going to be saratry.com. Now, for you guys, you don't necessarily, the website URL is going to be showing up right here. Do you see it right here? We don't want that. You don't want to click on this canvas thing. No, we want this. Oops, I screwed that up. Okay, display URL. This is optional, guys. This is optional. So this one right here, this is where you want people to go. So if you want people to fill out an application to join your challenge group, you've got to get the URL for that and put that in there. Okay, so you've got to put that in there for them to click on, and it needs to say fill out the application below so that we can start working together. It's got to say something like that. It's got to have that call to action. Okay, and a Google form is so easy to fill out, you guys. Now this is optional, so you can just make this up. This is optional. I mean, I don't know. We can type in Becky's name right here. This is not taking them anywhere. It's just showing it right here. That's not taking them anywhere. Okay. This is the text that's going to go above. So this is the text that we're talking about, right? So we're talking about struggling to find time to meal prep and keep your family healthy. I don't know. This is just us kind of just creating, right? You're going to take some time to fill this in. The headline, we are going to say, time to get back to your, I don't know, something like that. But you can see here, look here, see how it kind of wraps? So what I love about this is you get to see how it all looks. Okay, and then again, news link feed description. This is just, I don't even know what you would put here, but you can, if you type something in, it's going to show it somewhere. News feed link description. I don't even see where it's showing up. Oh, it's only on the desktop news feed. You see where it says here? So you would put something like, fill out my application, fill out the application to start working with me as, something like this, right? Okay. Do you guys see how this looks? This looks great. This looks great. And then you can choose which one. Learn more. How about apply now? Apply now. That looks great. And that's it, you guys. That's it. You get to see what it looks like. Now, this is not actually going to post to your timeline. This is just going to be in the newsfeed of the people that you're targeting. Okay. If you scroll up, you can actually click use existing posts. You can actually click here. Okay. And you can choose an existing post also to put an ad on. Look, I got all these posts that I could put an ad on. I got all these, right? So you can do that too. That's an option. That is an option. Okay. So let me stop my screen share. Oh, okay. One thing that I wanted to show you guys before you exit out of the Power Editor, there is a big green button in the big top corner that says Review Changes. You've got to click that to make sure that you upload it to Facebook so Facebook can approve the ad. You have to click Review Changes. I think that's it. Oh my God, that was a lot. So thank you for that was just like a quick overview of what we can do on Facebook ads, and there's so much that we can do. I just want you to play around. I actually do want to show you one more thing. Shoot, hold on. Let me just show you this. It will take 2 seconds. So if we go from Power Editor, here's the Review Changes thing right here, Review Changes. I'm just going to discard all changes. Okay, discard. So they're gone. If you click up here and you click on Ad Manager, this is the best place to see how your ads are doing. Okay, so this is the other piece that I'm just going to touch on for 2 seconds. How are your ads doing? This is really, really, really super, super, super important, guys. And it's not coming up. Gosh darn it, this is so slow. Okay, here we go. So I just want you to look at this stuff. Now, I don't know very specific stuff on this, and I need to do more research on this. But when I'm looking at my campaigns and I'm seeing the results for this, okay, this seems like it's going really well. I've got 11,000 reach. I've spent 131 here. So my total cost per event response is 61 cents. Okay, cool. Let's just click on it because I want to see if I click on it, then I get more detailed information. Okay, so I have one active. I have one ad set active, and this is me actually putting my event in the newsfeed of people who already like Sarah Try, and it's doing really well. I'm getting a decent amount of reach, and I got a good amount of results, okay? This one, these two actually did really well. And you can see here what the cost is per. This one did really well, 30 cents per. Now look at this one. I just want you to look at this one that I already paused because I checked it earlier. Look at this. Event responses is 2. And I paid $20 yesterday to get 2 responses. That means that each event response was costing me $10. So when I saw that today, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not paying that. So obviously something isn't connecting here. So my targeting was off, something was off, right? So I immediately clicked on this and I paused it. I turned it off because there's no need for me to spend $10 per event response when I can easily go in and update here. Does that make sense? I want you guys to be in here looking at your ads manager every single day to fully understand what's going on here, because I don't want you to be spending money that you don't have to be, okay? But you've got to be really diligent about going in here and checking on that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? And you can also create an ad in the ads manager, but I don't want you to. I want you to create ads in the Power Editor. Okay, I want you to be creating ads in the Power Editor. All right, guys, I got to go to yoga. I'm way late. Thanks for being on. I will let you go. Have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I know that was a lot. Let me know if you have questions. Tag me on the team page. Love you guys. See you soon.